To tighten up his perimeter.
So, guys, the Knicks podcast in the building. Halftime to Crunchtime. Yeah, man. Sorry I was late today getting in here. I just finished work, so I mean, starting at 5:00 is always problematic. Anything earlier than freaking the normal 7:30, 8:30 time, 7:30, 8:00, 9:00 time is like very problematic, man. Especially on the weekend. So I'm here, running in here. The halftime report is not even important today, man. We played so bad in that first half that it's not even worth talking about it. So I'm not even going to get into it. We're just going to enjoy this second half of this game here. So even score, 47-47 to start it up. Right off the bat now, Rockets are still in their shenanigans, 53-49. The Knicks gave these guys confidence, man. That's it. Salute Geraldine. What's good, Geraldine? Appreciate you always being one of the first to pop in. Yeah, man, but let me leave you up there, Geraldine. Like I said, man, the Knicks are just letting these guys come out there with confidence, and then we just chucking. Just now, Julius Randle just threw a three-pointer at the top of the key. It's like, come on, man. He just threw it up. Like, what is the offense? Right now, Tate just drove right into Mitchell Robinson, like to hell with him. Here we go. Early timeout, 9 minutes and 55 seconds left. Here goes Mitchell Robinson, acting like he got shot, looking like Ghost just got shot, falling off the balcony. He is bleeding, but I mean, what the hell? What you gonna do here, man? I got half a pizza, man. How many grown-ups out there that work 12-hour shifts come home to a half a slice of pizza, half a slice of cold pizza? Do you see where I'm moving right now? You know what I'm saying? At least I got my my beer. For those that know, I got the Michelob Ultra going. It's like unicorn piss. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody that knows anybody that works in Michelob or something like that, let them know Die Hard loves the beer. I love that unicorn piss that they got there. And hook your brother up or something, man. So shout out to Holcomb. Hey Holcomb, Geraldine beat you this time, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Since we're going to an early timeout because the Knicks, love to give these guys confidence. Let's just get right down to the nitty gritty, man. I got the shot charts here. This is Houston shot chart. Everything right at the rim, right down our damn throats. 3 points is decent. Not really so much going on. Knicks, on the other hand, is basically identical. It's like the Knicks always play down to the competition, I should say. So we're basically doing the same things they're doing. There's a lot of missed shots here, mid-range, that these are like floaters. These X's that you see right here in the middle, man. All those X's, they're all floaters, all little chippy bullshit layups that we miss. Julius Randle throwing stuff up there, RJ throwing stuff at the rim. It's just ridiculous. Like a lot of people in the beginning, the different stints of this year, they want to get rid of Fournier out the starting lineup. They want Julius Randle to pass the ball more. They want RJ. It's RJ's team. It was RJ's team for like 10 games, man. You know what I'm saying? And right now, RJ's playing like pure shit. It's not because of Julius Randle. Julius Randle is playing like pure shit. And it's for him, he just playing by pure shit, and it's just his fault. It's nobody else's fault but Julius Randle's, right? Everybody else doesn't seem to like they're ever going to get any chemistry going on here. Fournier got it going today, but you just see like that he just scoring. It's not that he got it going. Biggest lead for Houston was 10. Biggest lead for the Knicks was 5. The Knicks were down by 10. We were up by 5. Longest run was 9. Tied 5 times. 70 changes. I mean, come on, man. This is like so drawn out. TV timeout. Mitchell Robinson got hit in the mouth. Okay, so what, bro? Let's keep it moving here. Rebounding. Look at those reboundings, man. Look at that rebounding right there. You mean to tell me are we trying to win this game? 39 rebounds to 21. Come on, man. That's it in a nutshell. You want to talk about the Knicks defense, the steals, the turnovers. We're doing a good job with that. But come on, man. 39 to 21. Are we trying to win this game or what? We got Mitchell Robinson, we got Julius Randle out there. There's no way that we should be getting an ass bust rebounding wise. RJ's a good rebounder as well. There's no reason why we should be getting killed rebounding wise. as RJ Barrett just makes a pretty move according to Mike Breen. But it's the same garbage, man. Same garbage he's been doing for the last 3 years. It's crazy, man. He goes to my favorite stuff here. The 3 points to the game here. Fast break points is null because both teams suck. Second chance points is null because both teams suck. Points in the paint is killing us because of the rebounding. 26-18. Shit is crazy, man. It's beginning to drive me crazy. I know it's driving you guys crazy, man, but let it drive you crazy in perspective and not in your imagination. Let it drive you crazy in what's really happening, in perspective of how the game is going. Let's keep the points up here. 55-51. Yeah. The Knicks, as I drop my pizza on the floor, Lord have mercy, what is it, the 5-second rule? Yeah. Lord have mercy. This game also is like being run by the refs. They're just allowing everything. It's just like watching like a game in the park. Walker just steals. He just got blocked on the inside and he steals the ball. Bounce past to Fournier, top of the key. Back to Noel. What was that? Fournier stuck in the corner, gets bumped. RJ with a reverse layup. Yeah. 55-53. Here's the thing. I feel like I say this every single time I do a halftime show. If the Knicks just play their game, move the ball, we should just be able to beat every team that we play. It doesn't matter who they are. The Knicks have not played their game yet. They haven't played their game since maybe like the first week of the season. They just been off. So off. It's unbelievable, man. Yeah, shout out to Geraldine here. Geraldine's talking. Got your ice house. You got your ice house? You drink ice house? Yeah, I got a cousin that drinks ice house, man. She goes all the way to freaking Virginia and brings back like a case of that stuff, and she'll drink all that stuff in like a month, no problem, man. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Ice house. Yo, I see Andy's here. Andy's asking to be a guest. Anybody want to talk to Andy? Yeah, Andy, I can send you the link, my brother. Die Hard, what are you saying? I think Tibbs has lost this team. Yo, Genevieve. I mean Geraldine. I'm sorry. I keep saying Genevieve, right? Geraldine. You're absolutely right. I think this fucking guy. I think he might have lost the team. Just the offense. The offense they were running, trying to incorporate Walker and Fournier. It's frustrating Randall. It's frustrating RJ. It's frustrating Walker and Fournier. It's frustrating everybody. They can hear everything that everyone's saying. The bench is playing better. The bench is only playing better because this is like the second year all playing together. Yeah, man. Salute to Andy. Let me get this popping. Yeah, man. So it kind of sucks, man. Let me get this thing together here. I got the game playing in the background. Let me turn it down because I don't want to get flagged by YouTube or anything like that. By the NBA. So anyway, man, shout out to the MSG Go app, man. Let me just shout those guys out because I was just totally not into that app at all because it was so trash when they first implemented that. We first thought it was so buggy, it didn't really work, but now it works seamlessly now. It's like beautiful actually. The picture is really good. So for anybody that wants to see the Knicks game, if you can do it, hit up that Go app. So here goes Walker. Walker seems to be heating now, 56-57 right now. Knicks are down. Knicks it's not just like not a fun game to watch, man. Knicks gave these guys such confidence. Tate is basically the leader right now. Tate and Christian Wood are really pushing the pace there with this confidence wise. Right now, RJ's just going 1-on-1 to Fournier, spot up three. He got it. All right, so the Knicks take the lead, 59-57. Not for nothing, we're playing our game at the moment. Houston is not good, so we just got to play our game. It's not something so crazy that we're going to do here. Yep, Ice House, man. Where do you get Ice House in the city? I guess you got to pick it up from like a reseller or something, right? Yeah, Tibbs. State says it all the time, man. Shout out to State. State wants to do a pod maybe about 9:30 tonight. So after the halftime show, which probably will be all over in about like another half an hour or so, half an hour to 45 minutes. Say 7:30 maybe. This should be over. So tune in at about 9:30. Me and State, we're gonna do the Die Hard State of Mind podcast, and we'll chop it up there. But shout out to State, man. State he says a lot of stuff, man. But he was talking about that we play soft, and then a couple other things. I forgot what I was saying. I was too busy trying to announce the show. Yeah, but we'll talk about whatever he wants to talk about at 9:30. But yeah, man, it's just crazy here. Let me eat my pizza. It's crazy. Yeah, how does it feel to come home and everybody's just eating and there's none for you? And they know you're coming home and there's nothing for you. Sucks, man. Yeah. And then sometimes got the nerve to be like, yo, hey, can you bring something home? I wish. Yeah, man. So anyway, I shot Andy the link, so Andy might pop in to say what's up. It's early for him for now. This early 5 o'clock game is probably like a godsend for him, because as you guys know, he's in Poland. So you're talking about like a 9-hour difference, I think, something crazy like that. 9-hour difference. So you can just do the math. Andy's crazy, man. The guy stays up all night long. He still manages to do podcasts with the MBK fam and stuff. It's out of control. Oh, there you go. You live in High Point, North Carolina, but from the Bronx, though. I got you. Yeah, man. High Point, North Carolina. That's the only place you're gonna get that the Ice House, man. Ice House is actually pretty good. It's got the high alcohol content, so you already know what it is, man. So the only people that I know that drink that stuff is people from the Bronx, from the South Bronx, and people from Brownsville. My cousin is from Brownsville. She's crazy, man. I love my cousin though. She's a straight Brownsville chick. Hey, man, shout out to Brooklyn. Shout out to everybody watching in Brooklyn, man. Let's see if we can get this game popping here. For the most part, there's been a lot of freaking like timeouts, a lot of like commercials in this freaking game. Paul Silas' son. His name is Steven Silas. That's pretty cool, man. He got what's this guy here? He got a couple big name coaches there sitting next to him over there in Houston. Yeah, but Paul Silas' son, there's a lot of NBA players that have their sons in there, and now coaches too. There's a lot of coaches out there that have sons that are coaching in the NBA. So that's pretty cool. Man, Knicks are just letting Houston do whatever they want to do. This kid Sagoon is nice, man. He hurt his back a little earlier, man, but he can defend the perimeter. He's playing center. He's blocking shots. He's doing everything. Julius Randle with another 3. Julius Randle plays like a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants him to be in the post. That guy plays a lot of shooting guard from the west side over by Yankee Stadium. Yeah, man, that's the freaking. I don't want to say. I was gonna call your neighborhood a toilet bowl. Damn sure close to being a toilet bowl. Yeah, but it is changing a lot though. Everything is centered around that park. It always was, but since they moved the park because they moved the stadium, everything seems to be centered around the park now. It's not as crazy as it used to be, but it's still pretty bad. It's more bad closer to 170th probably than actually 167 or what do you call Yankee Stadium itself. Yeah, shout out to the Bronx. So we got it going here. Walker just going crazy, man. He loses the ball. Got to kick it back out to Julius Randle. He's probably going to take 2 steps and shoot a 3. Stutter step dribble and kicks it over to Walker in the corner. Here goes Julius Randle again. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Steps in by the top of the free throw line. It's good. That should be his bread and butter there, man. He needs to get to that free throw line and make shots from there. I know the 3-point shot is something that he makes. Oh man, look at Gordon, man. Gordon just threw that joint up and went right in there. Yeah, but I would like to see Randle, instead of working, he brings the ball up the court, and now he's looking to do everything. He gotta set picks. He gotta be the pick. He gotta be the roll guy. He gotta bring the ball up. It's too much, man. I would like Walker to be the point guard, man. It's cool to have Randle come in there and bring the ball up, but you gotta let Walker do his thing, and then let Julius Randle get into an easy spot. Here it goes again. He's basically a point guard, big shooting guard, point guard. Fournier, 1 dribble to the left, 3 points up. We got Mr. Andy here. What's good, Andy?
Yo, what up, Hero? Happy to be on with you.
Yeah, man. Happy to see you, man. How's it going?
Listen, it's an early game for me. maybe for you guys. For me, it started at 11. So I just hoping for the win now. Listen, and I after the first quarter, I was like, okay, I gotta get a drink on. So they
Yeah,
had listen. The Rockets had. I'm gonna just pull up one stat. They had 8 turnovers and they still led the Knicks. I was like, okay, the bottle's got to go up because this ain't gonna be good.
did you see the rebounding, man? We're getting
no,
killed on the boards too.
yo, 10. I'm not gonna go there. Even you don't want me to go there, man. I got a couple of drinks under my belt already. The way that we are up by 5 now, at least at my sorry, the scores were 3. I'm like 67, 64 at current time, bro. It's a miracle. I have no idea how the Knicks are in the lead at this game. They're playing so bad basketball, man.
They're losing
I
the
still,
ball coming up the court. It's crazy.
bro. Yo, every time I see this game from the Knicks, this kind of a game, I still think I have a shot on the NBA, bro. Really, really.
I believe you, man. It gives me hope too. I feel like if I start working out in 2 weeks, I could be a starting point guard for the Knicks.
Yeah, exactly, man. This is crazy.
So you said it's 11 o'clock over there right now?
No, it's almost 1. It's 10 minutes to 1. It's a 6-hour difference. So, but
yeah, I was
it
telling
started.
everybody.
Yeah, it started at 11. So listen, it's like you ain't gonna go to bed before it starts. So you gotta wait it up. Then when you start watching, you're not gonna go to bed because you're watching the game. So
Yeah, I don't know how you do it, man. Like for me, like a game like today, it started at 5, so I'm at work still, man. So I'm trying to watch while I'm working, and the guys like, "Yo, what you doing?" They like, they need me to do something, but I'm like, "Yo, I'm watching the game," So it's like crazy. So I'm driving too. I'm trying to watch and drive too. It's crazy to be a Knicks fan, man. You're trying to do certain things. You're trying to do this content stuff, the podcast stuff, but it's hard to really to stick with a program with the way that these games are.
Yeah, for you guys, listen, I told my wife this today, actually at dinner, and I was like, listen, I'm happy we're living in Europe now, because if I was in the States, you guys wouldn't see me 82 times a year, bathing times, whatever, because I would be watching the game at 7. So all the the house chores, whatever, you gotta be doing it yourself. So she's like, yeah, maybe that's cool. So
yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. As soon as I came in the crib, the kids were in trouble, and they went back destroying their room. And my wife was like, "Yo, they're supposed to be in there. They're supposed to be on timeout now, whatever that, the equivalent of timeout that's supposed to be on right now." So I have to go in there, and I gotta turn into like Mr. T. What you doing, guys? Sit your ass down. I'm sounding like Mr. T out there trying to regulate the room. And then that took me about 10 minutes, and next thing you know, I'm sitting in front of everybody here doing a halftime show. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. So I mean, I barely said anything to my wife. I barely gave her a kiss. I barely said anything to the kids other than yelling at them. So, what can you do?
Yeah, exactly. But that's Knicks fan life, bro.
I'm telling you, it's the only life. So we lost the lead, man. Thanks to you.
No, not thanks, bro. I'm still 64, 67. I'm still in the lead.
Yeah, Houston right now they're at the free throw line. Martin, Kenya Martin's son, he's actually playing pretty good tonight.
Yeah, but I'm because I was on Gmo's show before, for the first half, but they're ahead, so, and they're like 3-4 possessions ahead, so I can't watch it there with them guys. Listen, do you really think that the refs are maybe inconsistent? That's normal, right? But you think that they're that much inconsistent towards the Rockets, like based on the Rocket side, or they're just inconsistent because inconsistent is a regular thing, right? But just being inconsistent in a way that they're one-sided, it's terrible, right?
Like against the Knicks?
Yeah, like against the Knicks.
Well, to tell you the truth, the Knicks, they don't play strong. When they make their drives to the hoop, they're kind of like flailing their arms and stuff.
Yeah, not aggressive. Yeah, asking for the calls and stuff like that. So that pisses people off, and that's human nature. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, especially like if you're playing a game yourself, like say if you're coaching a game or whatever, and your guys are doing that, you get you mad, because like how can you expect the referees to give you a call if every time you drive you're like shying away from contact, like you're driving hard, then you slow down, because you want the referee to see, it's crazy, man. You got to play hard. The referee will reward you if you play hard.
Yeah, I don't know if I told you this story. I did the like the referee thing, like the whole course. So I'm a licensed referee, right?
Hmm.
And I did that course when I was like last grade at high school. So my coach actually, he was like the whole organization guy around there. So you couldn't be a referee if you weren't at a certain age, right? So he like buy the year for me. So I pulled in the exam and everything a year before, and I started a year later to referee it because people knew that I was younger, right?
Hmm.
So and he said, listen, you can make the papers, you're going to be a ref and stuff like that, but you're going to be a bad ref. And I said, why, coach? And he said, you're going to see. The first game I was refereeing, I saw this kid. There was like a star player right on the team, and it was like maybe not kindergarten kids, but it was like 7, 8, graders and stuff like that, right? So basically late preschool, late school kids, right?
Hmm.
And there was this star player, and he was basically scoring like 90% of the points, and he was going into the paint, and these guys were fouling him. Like the first quarter, okay, I was calling the fouls. The second quarter, I was like, dude, just pass the ball out so someone else from your team can take a shot at least, right? And I stopped calling the fouls because this dude, they were playing like 1 versus 4, right? And I was like, just pass the ball. And he didn't pass it, so I stopped calling the fouls. He's like, you want to coach these kids, being a ref. You can't do that. And I was like, but I'm gonna teach him, to play, good style of basketball, right? And he said, no, you can't do it as a ref. And that was the end of my career as a ref.
Yeah, being a ref is a tough job, man. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could ever do that. Not even try
yeah,
to do that.
yeah. People cursing you out every night. Oh man, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but not for nothing. These referees a lot of times they think that somebody's doing something to them, or they think that they're like
Yeah,
the chief
yeah,
god of basketball, and they
exactly.
want the game played a certain way, so they're gonna make you conform to the way they want you to play. That's not cool, man.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And listen, sometimes people say that good refs are like former players, so they know the game, they know where to look for the foul and stuff like that. Then again, you can be like me, right? So you just know how the game is supposed to be played. Oh my God, Sen gonna hit a three off the backboard,
Yeah, they're killing us, bro.
bro.
You, you know who's a good ref? What's the name? Haywood Workman. Was
Yeah,
it Haywood?
yeah,
Haywood
one that was
Workman?
playing for Indiana, right?
Yeah, he was excellent as a ref. Is he still out there?
No, I didn't see him this season.
Yeah, he's up there in age too, so he might have retired.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, man. This game is not fun to watch, to tell you the truth. There's a lot of
So
like I think Noel just got hit in the head or whatever. These guys be exaggerating these head blows, man. You would think that Mike Tyson was out there throwing haymakers at these guys, the way they be holding their heads and stuff.
and I don't think he even touched him. He was like,
Let's see. It's the replay. Oh yeah, he did get hit. Okay, he got hit, but I
no,
mean,
he
come on,
didn't.
man.
Okay, at least that.
Yeah. Did you catch the replay?
No, not yet. But I see Tracy Morgan. He's like probably telling Nels, just get up, man.
Yeah. Yeah, he
Yeah,
did get
okay.
popped
He
pretty
got
good.
hit. Yeah, he got hit. Okay, I'm gonna take that
But
back, Netherlands.
yeah, but still, man, the guy act like he got shot in the head with a
Yeah,
shotgun, point blank range and stuff. Like, come on, man. Get up and play basketball. He's like holding his jaw. Yeah, yeah. I was at the game the other day, and he was like warming up. So he came out there to warm up. I think he took like 2 or 3 shots, and he just walked back into the back. He just like gave up, you know. So I don't know what's going on with him. His knee is definitely messed up. I also noticed that his knee brace keeps getting bigger and bigger as the game
Yeah,
goes
I
along.
was gonna say I noticed the knee brace, and it's like a huge one. I got one because I had a torn ACL and I don't have the ACL. But listen, this guy's knee brace is like you're saying, it's bigger and bigger every game. So
Shit, every
it's
quarter.
gonna
I feel like the beginning of this game when he came in there, he had on the soft one, like just like
yeah
the one that looks like a sweater. He had that one, and then now he got the one with the metal hinges on it.
yeah exactly. In the fourth quarter he's gonna have ice on it. So
He might be out there with cybernetics and shit before you know it. Yo, the Knicks are
yeah,
bad, man. Can you call it? Can you call what's going on with the Knicks right now?
listen. There's so many things that man, I don't want to stir this stuff up, but it looks really really bad. For one, it's I think we have a problem with the not ball handling but just playmaking, playmaking role, let's call it that way. Listen, if you look at the roster on the paper, you think that Kemba should be the primary ball handle and the playmaker. Meanwhile, I think that there's a rift between Kemba and Randall, and I'm not saying that in the locker room or stuff like that. I think they just can't figure out who's supposed to be the main playmaker. You rarely see them guys play two-man game. It's either Kemba plays the game with someone else, or he just passes the ball to Randall, and Randall plays a two-man game with Fournier. So that's basically the two. If you could split the whole offensive game like that, and the bench, when the bench comes in and those guys are not in the game, that's really different, right? But when you have Kemba and Randall, those guys just don't work. They just don't work. And the other thing is, the, oh my God, Nerlens taking a three. Whew, he didn't make it. Yeah, and listen, the other thing is, I really feel that Fournier is not comfortable with Randall handling the ball so much. It's not like he's not passing, even he's just not handling the ball. He's like handling the ball too much. This game, you see, Fournier is making shots, and he had those shots open in the previous games. He was just not making them. So I'm not going to blame Randall for it. But I really think that Fournier is that kind of a deep European player that he really feels that the ball needs to move no matter what. It needs to move because, like Clyde says, it has synergy. So, more players touch it, the ball moves faster. It has like more energy and it goes down, better for the players. I maybe agree with that, maybe not. It's hard to say, but because also Fournier is not without blame here, right? If he would be making those shots, we're gonna be beginning have like way more W's this season.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Listen,
Those shots that he gets are going to be there every single game. Those shots that he
yeah,
that
but
he takes.
Iru, even if you listen, because people and fans are really, getting on Fournier, right? If you watch his game, he's not playing that bad. Even if he's not making the shots, he recognizes it, and he's not just taking shots just to take them.
Mhm.
So he's passing up the ball. He's trying to create for teammates. He was actually the first dude that passed to Mitch when he had a position under the hoop, not only for the alley oop. And I was like, oh, we're gonna see a post move from Mitch. And he tried to dunk it, but he had like a guy like like a head lower than him, like a foot, right? And he tried to do it, but he got fouled. But he was the first one that trusted Mitch with doing that play for himself. So I was happy with that. But also he does plenty of stuff. I think really like he does like one or two mistakes, not only turnovers, like mistakes through the whole game, even if he's not making the shots. Listen, he has to take those shots. If he's not going to be taking those shots, that's gonna mess up the whole offense because it's going to be way more easier for the defense, for the opposition, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the same thing is happening every single night, man.
Yeah,
The thing is, I got Geraldine. Geraldine's talking about Tom Thibodeau basically. I'm kind of blaming Tom Thibodeau too, man, because if you're gonna get the ball out of Julius Randle's hands, Julius Randle's not gonna do it. The coach is gonna have to like force
yeah.
that those motions
He's
into
not going to
what
give
they
it
do.
away, right?
Yeah, he's not going to give it away. A lot of times he gets the rebound and just brings it straight up the court, and then tries to set up his own post position. Going in and out the dribble and stuff like that. So you can't win that way. We do
Yeah.
play well when we do have that Fournier, Randall 2-man game, and then at the same time they sometimes they flip it to Walker and able to get him going off screens and stuff like that. So I mean we could do it both at the same time, but we just don't do it. We just still going back to the same old Randall, him, just plodding away. It's just we're just not gonna win this way. Yo, look at the points in the paint, man. You see that
This
42 to
is
22?
Man, this is horrible. And before the game, I did the show with Sim, and these stats that we had before this game, they were so similar that you would never say that the Rockets are 1-14 and we're above 500. You would never say that.
Yeah.
But this is just sad, man. This is this score is just sad for the Knicks fans.
Yeah, 78 to 72. This doesn't make any sense. There's no way. I mean, you want to talk about class of teams? I mean, they do have good players. Christian Wood they have is good. They got a couple other guys that give us matchup problems, but not to this degree. Not to be losing 78 to 72 at this
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, exactly. So listen, I would accept this if we had like three guys missing because of injuries and we had to play the rookies or the Kevin Knoxes or whatever, right? I would okay. Listen, maybe like people call it a trap game, whatever. Listen, this is not a trap game, I think, and this is more important than trap game because if we lose this game and go to the stretch of games that we have upcoming, man, this is gonna be unless
Yeah.
we win the game tomorrow in Chicago.
That's the thing. The Knicks could lose to anybody, and they could win
Yeah,
with
but
anybody
you
anytime.
yeah, but this is the NBA, and that I can understand. But the fashion that you lose to some of these teams, it's like this is unacceptable. Some things are just unacceptable for the team and the standards or the culture of the team that you saw, and that the team has the potential to play like this, right? Listen, this looks it looks just bad, man.
Yeah, man. You said trap game. This whole thing is a trap house, man.
Yeah,
It's like a
exactly.
trap house, man. Jesus Christ. I don't know,
Yeah,
man. I'm just
yeah,
looking. There's no. It's like we're just drowning. There's no way out of
yeah,
it. Even Fournier just showed him just now. He got his hand on his head. He looks frustrated.
yeah. And Iru, I don't know if you remember, and if you were on the NBK shows, I said it before the season. Fournier is one of these days. If shit hits the fan, he's gonna be a problem because of he's not gonna take this Randall crap. He's just gonna call him out, and we already saw that in a post game interview that he said that the ball is not moving. We can't play basketball like this and stuff like that. And he was the first one, and I really think that he's not one of those players that you know wants to stomp on someone shoes and stuff like that. But if he will have to, he's gonna do it, and
Yeah,
that might cause rift in the locker room. And I really think that Randall is one of those players that he's not going to be happy with it. He still thinks that he's the man. Whatever he does, it's like he's a saint, whatever. So I really think that the first rift that might we might see in the next locker room is going to be Fournier versus Randall.
yeah, I believe it, man. Yeah, even to this thing, like Randall, right after the Fournier did that, Randall maybe like the next game he refused to shoot it. He
Yeah,
kept passing, he just refused to shoot. So that
listen.
cost us a game too.
Yeah, Randall had a game. I don't know if it was the last game or the game before. He had 11 shots, and 10 out of those 11 shots were three pointers. So he's like doing, the Kobe treatment. I'm not gonna shoot. I'm not gonna shoot, or I'm gonna take the three because I'm open. And if I'm not gonna make it, screw it, whatever. You can't have that approach in a team based sport. I'm gonna do it or whatever. That's not the approach you want from a team player, right?
Yeah.
So, and listen, this pulling out this game is, for me, it means Burks, Rose, IQ is gonna be heroics. They're gonna have to make score points in bunches to get us this W. And the worst thing is if we get close, like now we are, my score is 78-77. And listen, if we're gonna be like a bucket or two ahead, and he's gonna plug in Randall or RJ, and this is gonna stink even worse, that's gonna be on Tibbs. Listen, if this second unit got you back into the game and got you the lead, you gotta stick with them.
Yeah, the Knicks are playing bad, man. As you're talking, you,
Yeah,
you just said you said Burks, quickly and Rose. They're in the game right now with Obi Toppin and Noel, and Houston is just making fools out of us, man.
yeah,
On the inside, they're attacking us. Just now, they just got a
yeah.
nice turnover. What's crazy right now is Burke is back to playing point guard now. They got Burke leading the ball, at the top of the key with Rose in the corner and quickly on the wing.
Yeah, I see it now.
Crazy, man. So I mean, we just reverting back to the same thing we were doing last year, which we
Yeah,
have better personnel this year.
yeah,
So like you
exactly.
said, it comes right back down to what Tom Thibodeau was doing.
Yeah, and listen, Sim was saying this. Maybe there's a key with this. Let's just play the basketball that we were playing last season, and let Fournier and Kemba, just fill in the gaps, and then just evolve the offense, right? But but Iru, if Kemba is not defending and he's not handling the ball, he's useless. He's really
Absolutely.
useless. Man, Frank would be more useful than Kemba if you're not going to use him as a playmaker.
Yeah, I believe it, man. We were talking about that at the Orlando because I went to the Orlando game, so that was on the tongue
Yeah,
of everybody's mouth. They were saying that, yo, man, it would have been better off just keeping Frank around because at least that he's gonna do what we need him to do, rather than something we have to like figure out how to get Kemba to do what he used to do. We're like stuck between a rock and a hard place right now.
yeah. See,
There's a
so
lot
not
there's
not
a lot
only
of
me
head
with
blows
the
out there.
Frank thing, right? Not
Yeah.
not only me with the Frank.
I'm kind of almost on, believing that that thing because you got everybody knows that I'm not a Frank fan or whatever, but I get it. I get what we're missing out of that.
But
Another
Hero,
player got hit in the nose just now. It's crazy.
yeah, but did you see even Frank numbers in Dallas? He's playing literally half, like the same amount of minutes that Reggie is playing, Bullock. And we started Reggie Bullock, and he couldn't be moved from the starting lineup. Meanwhile, Frank didn't get a minute on the court. And now these guys are playing the same amount of minutes.
As they should, because both guys are not really like starters or whatever, but they
Yeah.
will help you.
Yeah. They play
You
like
know,
15, 16, 18 minutes, whatever. Not too much, not too, so
within proper context too, because I mean those guys you're not going to rely on them to do like major things for you, but what they can do, they will
yeah.
help you. They will help your team, but you got to
Yeah.
have other guys out there that's going to get the stuff, stats, that type
Yeah.
of thing.
Role players, you just
Yeah,
they just role players, and you have to have these on championship teams, whatever kind of teams. Role players have to be on the roster. You don't have like five basketballs on the court so you can play five scorers, right?
yeah,
Just gotta have a guy that's not willing, to take that shot. It's not gonna ask to the ball, but he's gonna defend and pass up the shot. That was a perfect player in Frank.
just now, Obi Toppin just got a nice little chippy dunk just now, and he's like shouting to the crowd while the Rockets are running the ball up the court. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So that brings to your point. So like the Knicks, you want to talk about role players? The Knicks don't really have role players.
yeah,
Like known as the well that those type of guys are role players. But Obi Toppin, he wants to be a star. Right now, Burks is our point guard right now on the court with Rose there and Quickly, which both of those guys want to be stars themselves. Then you got Walker, he needs to be a star. Fournier needs to have the ball. Randall needs to be a star. So where's the role players at?
Yeah. So Iru, let's trot back to the. I don't know if you saw the Knicks Twitter account that they posted a picture from training, from the practice, where Alec Burks was in the blue jersey, which means the blue jerseys is for the starters, right?
Mhm.
So, uh, listen, everybody was just trying to put up the pieces together. And with Alec Burks being in the blue jerseys, they were thinking, okay, he's gonna be probably starting, but who he's gonna like sub in, right? So I was thinking it's gonna be Fournier, but now looking at this game after that, photo, it might be Kemba actually.
Yeah, I think so too. But not for nothing, Burks is playing a really good point guard right now for us.
Yeah, yeah. And listen, this Tibbs offense doesn't require a point guard to handle the ball that much. If we're gonna play the offense that we played last season,
Yeah,
it's like,
absolutely. We play like a read offense. We don't necessarily play
yeah,
like a heavy,
yeah,
pick and roll and the point guard heavy
yeah,
offense.
exactly. And that's why also I think Kemba is not being used maybe properly, because we don't play pick and roll from 1 to 5 with these guys. And rarely you see Kemba playing with Mitch or Kemba playing with Taj or whatever. So if that's not a two-man game, I'm saying Kemba's got to take the shot, and if he's not making the shot, he's basically useless on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you do now though, man? Because right now on my clock, I'm basically where the screen is 7:28. So we're tied up right now. But
Yeah.
but Burke has been in this game. These guys have been in this game since the beginning of the fourth quarter. So now when it comes to substitutions, who do you take out and who do you put back in? Because Burke is playing well, and we need him to be out there. But he's already been out there the whole thing. So we're gonna play him the whole fourth quarter.
I'm running with him. Also, man, Netherlands. Listen, if Netherlands is not asking for a sub, you gotta roll with him. And you look at him and he's like, oh, he's touching his knee, whatever. He's like holding this, holding that. Listen, I think Netherlands, maybe not this game, but the games that he was playing in, he was one of the most energy, adding players on this team. So listen, Mitch is moving like a dude from the Sopranos, man, with cement shoes. He's like he's like he ain't cutting it for me, at least. So Netherlands is at least running. We don't have Taj this game, because if Taj was here, you could consider adding him, because he was in these late game situations. He's not gonna blow up many turnovers. You can trust him with the ball even, right? You don't have Taj, so you gotta stick with Netherlands. And listen, if the worst thing is, if you put in Julius or RJ, if they don't have a hot night, it might, they might just pass them the ball. They're gonna miss one shot, two shots, and the game is out of reach.
Yeah.
So that's the worst thing. And I was asking this on Guillermo's show also, Euro. Listen, Fournier was the leading scorer of the Knicks at halftime with 11 points. We rarely see Fournier in the fourth quarter. He said in the interview last night, I don't know if you saw it, that he scores like 11, whatever, 10 points, 9 points, but he really fed off. He said it himself, like he padded his stats in the fourth quarter, point wise. He's a good fourth quarter scorer and stuff like that, he said.
Right.
But he's just not getting playing time, and that he understands that because he's not playing good before the fourth quarter. That's why he's not getting minutes. So listen, and I don't think he said it in a manner like, listen, Tibbs, I'm saying to these people that you got to play me in the fourth quarter. I don't think he did it, but at least this game, I would really consider Fournier playing in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
He's playing a
absolutely.
good game. He's making shots. So why sit him on the bench?
Yeah, and then like right now we're getting into the crunch time now. So, I mean, they still run in the same unit, but at a certain point, you're gonna have to make an adjustment for the just to get the defense on their heels also, man. So
Yeah.
Fournier right now will be a good time to put him in there to see what he can do at this point in the game. Because I mean, I'm looking at guys like quickly there. You already got Burks as the main ball handler. You got Rose there, so you need to get another contrast in the player. Like quickly just throws up a three. I would rather have Fournier in that spot.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
I'm not gonna lie, Fournier is a clutch player compared to Quickly or compared to, Obi, Netherlands, at least those three guys, Fournier is a way more clutch player than these guys.
Yeah. Like if you remember that Boston game, man, when he was hitting those threes, you remember he had that primal scream
One
"Roar!"
of
after a 3 point.
Yeah, one
So we
after
need we
another,
need that
right?
energy. Yeah, we need that
Yeah, and I
energy.
see Randall coming off the bench.
Randall's coming off the bench now.
Yeah,
Yeah, he needs to. We at 6:35 right now. So if they're gonna if they're gonna make a change, they need to do it now. They can't wait to three.
yeah,
That's a problem
yeah.
too. Tibbs has
So
been making those changes with 3 minutes left in the game.
yeah, and that's the way that you can't like revert right back to this lineup currently.
Yeah,
So if you got to do it, it's like you said, it's got to be around 8 minutes left, 6 minutes left is like the last call, because if it's gonna go down to three and you're a possession back and and the guy screws up like three plays, you know that you can sub him out.
right.
If you're gonna put him back, 3 minutes left, it's gonna be no way out. You gotta just run with him and cross your fingers and hope to die that he's gonna make those shots.
Cross the fingers over to die. Well, yeah, they took Obi out, so Randall's back in the game now.
Yeah,
I think that's a proper substitution, just to add a little bit extra
yeah.
firepower for this
No,
end.
but you in this game. But if Obi was like balling and he was making
Yeah,
shots, it would be hard to defend that sub.
yeah, I'm telling you that Bucks game was crazy. Even Orlando game, he took Obi Toppin out at the wrong time. He wasn't tired. He was playing well and he wasn't tired. So why the hell you take him out the game?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And listen,
Wow,
he
big time
he
defensive play just now.
yeah, and listen, he plugged them in, and we were down like five. Now now we scored, and it's probably going to be the defensive play now. But yeah, now I saw the block. But yeah, it's
Watch this Burke 3-pointer.
yeah. Now I saw it.
Yeah,
Now see, listen, and Burks. Nobody's gonna have a problem with Burks being on the court right now because he's making shots. And listen, he's basically currently he's the one Nick that I trust him with the shot. The other one is gonna be D Rose.
yeah.
No other Nick should be taking shots. Maybe not, maybe now with like 5 minutes left, somebody can take an open shot, right? But if it's gonna be a contest one, whatever, I'd rather these two guys take the shot.
Yo, it looks like Fournier's about to come into the game. He's drinking a lot of Gatorade right now, and he just took off his warm ups. So I think he's coming in the game right now. Right now, if he's gonna do it, they need to do it now, just to get
Yeah,
him
yeah,
acclimated back into the game.
yeah. So he can miss that one shot. It's not gonna be critical, right? So
Right. So I don't see him getting up, but I see five guys with uniforms on. Fournier's coming in, bro. Quickly's back in. Quickly, you got Quickly Randall Fournier. It looks like Burks is still out there, and I don't know. I don't see who the other guy is. It might be Nerlens still.
I think D Rose went to the bike.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So it's good to do it now because I mean the guys can get acclimated to the game. But if they're not working, then you can still put the other guys back in.
Yeah, exactly.
That 3 minute mark, then you could put Rolls back in or whoever you took out. If this is not working at the moment, we'll see. Interesting, man. Interesting. RJ's not out there, so RJ's being benched tonight.
Yeah, listen, RJ and Julius were benched last couple of games, like really long in the fourth quarter. And
Yeah.
I was surprised that Julius got the time, but me and Sim did the stats, and Julius had the last 5 games. His average shot attempts in the fourth quarter was 1.5.
Oh my God.
listen, that's not for your starting star player. 1.5. It's like, listen, I could come in and chuck two shots in the fourth quarter.
I'm telling you, man. Like yo, I literally I need like maybe 4 weeks and I'll be able to do that right now.
Yeah, but did you see Fournier now? Did
Yeah,
you see
that
Fournier now, bro? That's a situational shot. I don't think probably Burks and IQ could make that shot. No one else on the Knicks roster. That was a crazy shot. Look at Silas, bro. That, bro, I wouldn't be. I don't know if I would love, to take that money off Silas, coaching this team.
I know. Did you see the air ball by Fournier?
No, not yet.
Well, check out the as the place building. You can see Randall asking for the
Yeah,
ball
yeah, yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
That's
that takes your concentration away as the ball handler, because now you see Randall going like this at the corner of your eye when you're trying to figure out what
yeah.
to do.
And listen, and he made the shot before. Just
Mm,
let him play. Let
yeah.
him play. Nothing else, bro. You don't have to be the main, point of whatever.
Yeah, it comes down to even like street ball play. Like there's a
Yeah,
guy I grew up with. Like he always be like, yeah, they call me they used to call me E. He's like, yo E, pass the ball, pass the ball, pass the ball back. But if you got the
yeah.
guys constantly telling you pass the ball, man, you're gonna be like, man, fuck you, man. You're gonna get to that point
And
because you're like so
and
frustrated that you can't
yeah,
even
and
think.
you don't want to do it, right? Because bad energy is like you don't want to do it. As a player, you don't want to do it. It's rather, you rather play with a guy that if you miss a shot, he's gonna be like, okay, cool, cool. The next one's gonna go in, instead of, oh, just pass me the ball, right?
Right.
So it's really annoying, to play with these kind of guys. So I really think that, if something is going to stir up, it's going to be first line. It's going to be before, Evan and Randall. That's going to be the first thing, I'm telling you. And I said it before before even the season started, that Evan is one of those guys that he's gonna, keep his mouth shut. But if something really is going to be bad and stuff like that, he's not going to be holding back.
Yeah, he did that even with the French national team. He was causing
Yeah, yeah,
a bunch of
yeah,
havoc
he
with those
was,
guys.
bro. He was if Gobert or whatever, these guys, bro, if they messed up, he was the man on that team, so he could curse them out and he wouldn't blink an eye.
You catch the quickly shot yet?
Yeah, I got him now. He's
Yeah.
lucky he made that shot, because I would be cursing him out right now. So, and
Yeah, I
listen,
like
I
to.
told you, Iru, what did it tell you, bro? It's gonna mean heroics from Burks, Quickly, or one of these guys to get us this W. And this is heroics. Burks had the steal, Quickly made that shot. If that's not made, we're still, 1 point game. So,
Yeah. Yo, Houston is
and this
really going at our inside players, man.
And yeah, and Iru, listen, this shouldn't be a contest even. We are Eastern Conference contenders, at least we think we are. And these guys are like tanking in November. So listen, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, they said they on pace to win 5 games this year. The Knicks are
Yeah.
like making these guys look like we're playing.
Yeah.
Like somebody said, like we're playing Golden State right now.
Yeah, yeah. But did you see the I don't know if you followed the JJ Redick podcast, The Old Man and Three.
Yeah, it's a good
That
show.
yeah. Kemba was on there yesterday.
Okay, I gotta check that
Yeah,
out.
yeah, now we see Burks, bro. Burks is the MVP of this game. And listen, Kemba was there, and he was, talking with these guys, and I was like, it was funny. It was funny as hell. He didn't say many things like that we didn't know, but he said that about the free agency stuff, that Sam Presti told him that they're gonna get him in a better situation, right? But he didn't know that it was the Knicks, because the Knicks never wanted to trade for him. Whoa, that was a heat check.
Did you see
Burks is
that with
crazy,
Burks?
man.
I was waiting for you to see that.
Yo,
Wow,
Tracy
man.
Morgan was like, yeah, but listen, Nels with the block, this is game. Yeah, and listen, he said on the show that about the coming to the Knicks, right? That the Knicks called his agent and said that, listen, if you're gonna get a buyout, we're interested, right? So Presti told him that, if we buy you out, the Knicks are gonna be, your next team. So, they basically made that move knowing that, Sam Presti is not gonna get anything for Kemba. And he was at his sister's wedding in the Dominican Republic, I think. He said that was a crazy time, that he wasn't thinking about the wedding even. He was thinking about his future in the New York Knicks.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, the potential there for for the Nick for us to be successful with these guys is there still. Even Clyde and Bree, they kind of were talking about it. There's still so much time in the game in the season for us to get it together. Right, right now Burks is playing so well that I feel like that he needs to be like upgraded a little bit. I think he might be the guy that needs to push Walker out of that starting lineup. You know?
Yeah, but listen, for me, it's only because I was thinking, Burks. I was thinking they're gonna add Burks for Fournier, right?
Yeah,
But then again, if you think about it, if you insert Burks in the starting lineup and you still have Kemba and you still have Randall, because those, Randall is not going to move from the starting lineup. You could move Kemba, right? But if you keep Kemba, you have a Kemba, Burks, RJ, Randall, and Mitch or whatever lineup, right? You're gonna give an advantage for Fournier because he's not gonna be holding back in the second unit. He's basically gonna be chucking shots down there. He's not gonna be, holding back any of these shots. But if you take the ball all of out of Burke's hands, it's gonna make him maybe not ineffective, but you're not gonna be utilizing the whole skill set this guy has. So if you have three playmaker ball handlers in the starting lineup, you're gonna have the situation like like the Nets have with Kyrie, Harden, and KD, or like the the not the Nuggets, just the Warriors have. That's gonna be crazy thing. You gotta have team ball there, and none of these guys. Not no offense to Burks, no offense to Kemba nor Randall. Those guys are not team players.
right. And
So
it comes down to the way that we play too. It just always gonna come back to Tom Thibodeau, man. Because I mean, we have to stop Julius Randle,
yeah,
being so ball dominant, bringing that ball up the court, because it just messing up with everybody's game. That's the number one thing that should have been changed as soon as we got Walker, but it's basically the same
yeah,
old stuff.
and
You know?
and I said it also on Sim Show. If we're gonna get a point guard, Randall's production and efficiency is gonna go down. Maybe efficiency not, but production is gonna go down because he's not gonna have the ball so many times in his hands. Meanwhile, I think now it's like a push and shove thing with him and Kemba. So they basically don't know who should have the ball, who should initiate the offense and stuff like that. One
Right.
thing is, bringing up the ball up the court, but the other thing is, just initiating the offense.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about this on my pod. So I don't know when I'm gonna have time to do it, but Melo, if you want to talk about like that type of thing, Melo, we like when Melo was here, we was trying to get him to pass the ball, give it up early, stop holding the ball, jab step, and all that stuff, because it was just icing the rest of the team. So like for him, he needed to give the ball up, and in order to get it back. So it's the same type of thing now. Like Julius Randle is doing too much ball handling, too much stuff going on with him. He needs to give the ball up early. Let us run a play. It's gonna come back to him easy. And it'll make life so much better for him, because then he'll have the energy to do all the stuff that he's doing now in the fourth quarter. Throughout the game, we don't need all that anxiety stuff. We need some, 15-foot jump shots. We need him rolling to the basket, spot up jump shots. We need those type of things, not all this anxiety stuff that he's been doing out there, because it's
Yeah,
it's it's trickling through the rest of the team.
yeah, and I agree with you. But listen, I don't think you can compare Randall to Melo. Melo, for one, he won a championship in college. He came to the league and basically was the franchise player for the Nuggets. Then he, came to the Knicks and basically also was a franchise player, right?
Right.
Meanwhile, Randall, he's like a coveted free agent signing, but I don't think you could label him like the main guy on the league and like top 10, whatever, when you signed him.
Right.
Now it's more considerable, right? But when you signed him, it's like we're gonna see if he's a second option, maybe third option on a championship team, but he's gonna be best for the Knicks and stuff like that. It's like it was like crazy, and I was like, yeah, no, actually, you have a point here, but he thinks that he's allowed to play like Melo, and I hated the way that Melo played in those seasons, but I think he still had more cachet, more kind of individual skill set to play that kind of basketball than Randall has. He was way more consistent, at least on the offensive end, because Melo having a bad game, he was still having 20.
Right.
Randall has like 10-point games sometimes. So if you want to go that way, you better score 20 and more, and then try to blame the team instead of
Well, that's the difference. That's the difference between Randall and Melo, because Melo would still get his 30, 20, 30, whatever he's gonna get. He's still gonna get it regardless, but the team would still lose. So I never, I'm not really comparing Randall to Melo for the simple fact that he has the ball too long and needs to give it up so he
yeah
can get it back. That's the
yeah
only real point I'm trying to make with that. But it's a 2-possession game right now, man. So 43 seconds left on the game clock there. You
yeah.
think we're gonna pull it out?
Bro, I just poured myself another drink, so I hope I hope they're gonna pull it out.
Yeah.
I have my friends invited me also to the pub. Let's watch the Knicks because they're at 11. We're gonna sit out till 2 a.m. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay home because if they would lose to the Rockets, man, I think I would be walking home instead of taking a taxi, bro. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna risk it.
So the bar stayed open late out there in Poland.
Yeah. And this I have a friend. He's a close friend that he has this sports bar, right? So we can just jump in, whatever. I can go in there, his bar, and just tell him, listen, the Knicks play at 1. I'm gonna have like 5, 10 people, whatever. Just keep it open, and he's gonna keep it open, just for us 10. And
That's what's up.
yeah, he's like doing this every time, whatever it's the Knicks, whatever, maybe it's a good game around the NBA, and we can just watch it. So he's gonna leave it open for like 5, 10 people even.
So you mean to
So
tell me there's 10 more guys out there just like you that stays up at 1 o'clock in the morning to watch the Knicks?
maybe NBA, not the Knicks.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. But listen, they're and I'm living in a city. I'm gonna tell you, I'm living in a city that there's around, let's say, 220,000 people, right? With students, because this is a student city. It's like 50K students only in this city.
Okay.
So yeah, if it's the virus free thing and there's no lockdowns and stuff like that happening, so these kind of going out power parties, like games, whatever, people are going out and they're trying to get out of apartments and homes or whatever, just to for the sake of their self, their psychic or whatever, right? So yeah, it's like and the basketball thing is it's pretty small because we don't have a team that's in the highest class of the leagues, but at least it's it's there are people that were playing basketball and still try to run a team here in the lower leagues, right? So
Okay, that's cool, man. Yeah, that's on my bucket list. I want to see that part of the world, man. I would like to see Poland. I would like to see,
bro,
just what's
you're
going on out there.
you're always invited to me, bro. I got a guest room, so
Yo, if I'm going over there, I'm gonna have to go hang
yeah.
out with you. I'm gonna need that that support system, I guess, out there, right? Walk around.
Exactly,
I can't
bro.
just walk around, like this. I'm gonna need my Andy with me if I happen to go out there.
Yeah, you're always welcome, bro.
Yeah, what do you think about before we get guys? The Knicks won, by the way. We won
Yeah, yeah,
by 7 points. What do you think about John Wall, real quick?
yeah. Listen, I think if he gets bought out by any chance, he's gonna have plenty of teams looking at him because for the vets minimum, he's gonna have plenty of offers.
Yeah, you know,
Listen, and he doesn't have basically an option because if he was willing, to get a pay cut from the Rockets and he's gonna look for a team that has salary cap space, he's gonna end up for a team like the Kings and those crappy teams like the Pistons or whatever, right? So he doesn't want that. I'm sure of that. That he doesn't want it, right? So he's gonna take the full buyout if something happens. And I'm if he's not gonna play, I don't think there's any chance in hell that he's gonna get traded
right?
because that contract he has, listen,
Crazy, 40 something million, right?
yo,
Per year.
and yeah, and the NBA league is like the trade thing is like you gotta have 10% difference only, so you would have to give like 37 million back, and that would have to be expiring contracts or a good player. I don't think anyone is giving up that for John Wall.
Yeah, absolutely not. But anyway, man, thanks for coming in, man. Because actually people came to see you today, man. I see a lot of the
Yeah,
numbers here
yeah,
were going
sure, bro,
crazy.
sure.
Yeah, man, they all come to
Yeah.
see the blue-eyed bandit
Yo,
from Poland, man.
Yo, I told Julito because Julito was on an BK show before, and he was like, "Oh, somebody stopped him, on the way to MSG, and said like, oh, are you the guy from NBK?" And to Julito, and I was like, "Yo, Julito, I'm happy NBK is that big, bro. But if that's the case, that they know you from NBK, they actually might know me. I might be more popular around MSG than you, bro." So.
I'm telling you, when was the last you came? When was the last time you came out here to the States?
Oh, bro, to the States. That was when Melo had the 62-point game
Oh
at
wow, so
MSG. That
so it's
was
been a
like
while.
7 years ago, 8 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, that was a while
Yeah,
ago, man.
yeah,
Yo,
that
if
was a
you
while
came
ago.
now, man, I think as soon as you come off the airplane, people gonna be like, "Yo, that's him, that's him."
Yeah, there's gonna be banners, you Uber, waiting for me and stuff like that. Yeah, I
The
think so.
groupies too. Your wife is gonna be your wife is gonna be too happy about
Yeah, no,
that.
no, no. I'm not taking my wife there. No, no worries, bro.
But you need to chill because your wife would be stalking on these internets, man. You don't want to get yourself
No,
in
no,
trouble.
bro. She's not going to be watching any Knicks content. She hears it, she doesn't watch it. I eat dinner and I play it in the background, so she's not going to be watching it. No way.
Okay, I got
She
you.
has enough of it. So
Yeah. All right, man. Andy, good talking to you, man. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. Like I said, you always invited. Anytime you want to pop
bro,
in, just hit me up. You can pop
I
in
was I
anytime.
was asking you before, man, and I was upset actually because you were at the game last time. I was watching the game live, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna jump in with Eru," and he's like at the game. I was like, "Ah, man, I gotta catch him next time."
All right, cool,
So
man.
every game that we're gonna play early, like 5 or sooner, I'm with you. So
All right, absolutely, man. I'm down with it, man. But you just said you had to, play the game in the background while you're having dinner and stuff. I'm gonna have to probably, I don't know what I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to like strip
yeah,
and work
yeah,
the
you
pole
gotta
for my
earn
wife right now.
credit, bro. You gotta earn credit.
Yeah, because I literally came in here, yelled at the kids, and came right to the computer, man. So I got to do a lot of like what do you call like management, case management out
Yeah,
here, man. So anyway. All right, man. Thanks, Andy, for popping in. Thanks, guys, for listening to us, man. Go check out MBK. Nothing but Knicks. They're gonna do their post game show. Also, Guard Up Knicks do a post game show as well. So get out there, support our guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
exactly. Peace, man.
Yeah, peace, man.